CBS 7 News presents Closer Look.
After the break here on Closer Look, many of us like curling up on the couch to watch a sappy romance movie every once in a while. But what if we told you it could be ruining your chances of forming a successful and healthy relationship? We'll talk to our relationship expert after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Chances are you've seen Titanic, The Notebook, or maybe a plethora of romance movies. But could these flicks be setting us up for disappointment? A new study suggests that soulmates may need to take a lesson from realists when it comes to love and romance. Researchers from the University of Toronto published a study which revealed the importance of how we think about love. Researchers concluded that soulmates aren't as happy as realistic couples. Well, joining us now is relationship expert Melanie Ross-Mills. Melanie, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so Melanie, when you read this study, were you surprised at all?
I was not surprised. I actually love that they are sharing these results because I am in full agreement with them.
Now, are we setting unrealistic standards for our relationships? I mean, Noah built Allie a dream house and never gave up on her love, but that's a lot to live up to.
You're exactly right. And that's one thing that this study is showing is that we are having unrealistic expectations if we are buying into the dream marriage. Mm-hmm. And sometimes with the soulmate perspective, we can have, when we're looking for the ideal person, we can have idealistic perspectives on what that relationship is going to be about.
Right. And how does that, put us in a bad place in terms of finding that special someone?
Basically, I feel like we need to be realistic in knowing who we are getting into a relationship with, and that is an imperfect person, and that we are imperfect. And so together, you are, like they mentioned, going on this journey of life, which will help you hopefully become a better person, more well-rounded, more of who you're created to be, instead of like a soulmate mentality where we are thinking that person's completing us.
Right. Now, even if these types of movies are our guilty pleasures, I confess I love them too. But do you think they could be hurting our love lives in the long run?
I think if we keep a realistic perspective, there's nothing wrong with falling into a good romantic movie. We all like them. We love feel-good movies. And there are definite romantic aspects to marriage and relationships.
Absolutely.
But usually they always end with the princess and the bride and the horse, and they travel off into the sunset, which isn't realistic.
Right. So in your mind, what is the realistic relationship? I mean, I guess it differs for a lot of people.
I think it does, but I think starting out with your own independent self is a great way to start with forming a healthy relationship. So a realistic relationship, in my opinion, is a healthy, grounded relationship with a great fundamental, great underpinnings and a basis to go from not a dreamland, pie in the sky, I'm going to be a princess the rest of my life.
Great. Well, Melanie, any final thoughts?
I'm excited about this study, and I think it's fabulous. They're highlighting looking at relationships with a realistic perspective.
Awesome. Melanie, thanks so much for joining us again.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for today's Closer Look. Stay tuned for the CBS 7 News at 5.